Hello, I'm Matt Guff from thehouse.com, and this is a 2019 K2 Vandal Wide, a little bit wider of a platform style deck for the youth out there that want an all-mountain freestyle board that's for beginner to advanced level abilities. The Vandal is a great deck for the young kids out there, and specifically this wide version is for those riders with size like 10 and 11 feet and larger. It's kind of wild. Nowadays, a lot of these young kids who snowboard have size 10 feet and bigger, and they need a youth-sized board, youth length, like basically under 150, that has a wider platform for their bigger feet. That's where the Vandal Wide comes in. So if you're a young kid who weighs less than 125 pounds, and you want a board that has a wider platform because you have size 11 feet, then the Vandal Wide is a really awesome choice. It's a true twin board, so it has a little bit more of a freestyle influence than free ride influence. However, you can set the stance back if you happen to ride powder. And that's because the stance is centered. Now, there's a twin rocker profile shape to this board. It doesn't have an arc-like camber, doesn't have a rock-like rocker. It's kind of in the middle. It's basically a flat board with raised up contact points. I like flat style boards because it's not as loose as a rocker board. It's not as aggressive and catchy as a camber board. Flat boards, for anyone learning how to ride, whether that be just carving around on groomers, diving into the trees, or actually riding the park, the flat profile shape is actually really good. The Vandal Wide has a feel and flex rating of about a 3, quite a bit softer than your average board, and that's for anyone, of course, that needs a board that's pliable, that they can press, that they can actually bend to conform into a shape to carve. That's why K2 actually put this board on a little bit softer of that spectrum. Then inside is this Aspen style wood core. Aspen basically throughout, tip to tail and rail to rail, finger jointed, that has a biax fiberglass on bottom and then a biax fiberglass on top. The biax gives the board a very smooth and consistent style feel without it making the board feel really torsionally rigid. Other than that, there's really no additional laminates to the deck. The board does have quite a bit of low swing weight because of the hybrid taper style construction. There's a classic like sandwich style construction with sidewalls, but as the board gets near the tips, the board actually turns into a catwalk construction on the nose and tail, reducing the overall amount of swing weight, which is actually pretty nice. The base is really low maintenance, of course. It's an extruded style base, but it has lots of structure. So if you ride in really warm conditions, this board's gonna be quite a bit faster than a lot of other extruded style bases. And then there's that 360 wrap, standard steel edge. It actually has a really good amount of bite to it and a very small side cut radius. So if you like making little tight turns and you like to maneuver around pretty quickly, the Vandal is gonna be a deck to do that. Again, you can ride this all over the place. It's a little bit more of a freestyle oriented board than a free ride board, but you can always adjust the stance back to ride deeper snow. This is a rad deck for anyone with size 10 feet and larger that's a youth. This is called the 2019 K2 Vandal Wide, and you can see it at thehouse.com by checking out the link below in the description. Leave a comment or question, let me know what you think of this thing. Subscribe to the channel there, check out more vids there, and hopefully I'll see you guys on snow. Peace.